Hello Ananda. Today we can start with the units of measurement. Means whenever whatever data we are going to be entering, it should be stored in which format? Binary numbers. Each and every binary number will have a measurement. One bit of first we can see the units of measurement. First, storage measurement. The basic unit is used in a computer data storage is called a bit. Means the basic unit is used in computer data stored, means whatever data we are going to be storing, the basic unit of the data will be called it as what? Bit. Bit is nothing but binary digit. It should be a 1 or 0. The computer uses a little bits which are composed of 1 or zeros. Means whenever we are going to be storing the data, it should be in which manner? Binary numbers. Zeros or ones to do things and talk to other computers. Means if we want to communicate the one system to another system also, or if we want to store the data, if you want to perform any action, it should be performed. Data will be stored in which format? Binary numbers. All your files, for instance, or keep it in computer as a binary files. Means data will be stored in which format? Binary files. Translated into words and pictures by the software. Means some of the applications we are going to be using, that should be converted into zeros, will be for pictures or words or anything, whatever required in user format, that should be converted. These two number systems are called binary number systems. Since has it only two numbers in it, the decimal numbers system is a contrast 10 unique digits. Means whenever we are going to be decimal numbers we are going to be using, it should be started where onwards 0 to 9 numbers. Means it should be unique. It is not related to one another. Next we can see the storage, computer storage units. 1 bit equal to 0 or 1 we are going to be using. How we can measure the numbers. 1 bit equal to how many bytes? 8 bytes. Means how many bytes? 8 bytes. 1 kilobyte equal to how many bytes of data? 1024 bytes. First we can measure the units of measurement. First, see here. 1 bit equal to 0 or 1 we are going to be using. Means 8 bytes. 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits. 8 bits. 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits of data we are going to be storing. 1 KB equal to 1 kilobyte equal to how many bytes? 1024 bytes. 1 GB equal to how much? 1024, sorry, 1 MB equal to 1024 kilobytes. 1 GB equal to how much? 1024 megabytes. Next, 1 terabyte equal to how much? 1024 gigabytes. This is the way of storing the computer storage units. How it should be performed? Zeros, bits. 1 bit equal to, we can store in which format? Zeros and ones. Then 1 bit equal to 0 or 1 we are going to be using. 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits. 1 kilobyte equal to how many bytes? 1024 bytes. Next, 1 megabyte equal to how much? 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte equal to 1024 megabytes. 1 terabyte equal to 1024 gigabytes. In this box here we are not going to be showing the 1 byte equal to how many bits? 10 bits. Directly we are going to be starting where onwards? Kilobytes. Kilobyte equal to 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte equal to 1024 kilobytes. Next, 1 gigabyte equal to how much? 1024 1 terabyte equal to how much? 1024 gigabytes. This is the way of to calculating the data. Data will be stored in which format? Zeros and ones only. Next, size example. 1 bit answer to yes or no question also available. Means suppose we are going to be true or false. If you are entering the data, it should be yes or no question also available. 1 byte equal to number, a number form 0 to 255. In between only we can store. 90 bytes equal to enough to store typical line of a text format from a book. Means 90 bytes if you are using means enough to store a typical line of a text from a book. 4 KB equal to about 1 page of text. Means 1 page will be contain how much data? 4 KB. 120 KB a typical text of a pocket book size. This one 3 MB equal to 3 minutes long, 3 minutes short by 3 MB. This is the simple examples of the to store the units. Next, speed measurement. Speed measurements, whenever we are going to be storing the data or we are going to be downloading some file, speed will be calculated. Suppose if you are using the internet also, we need to calculate the how much amount of data will be transferred to from broadband to local system. This should be measured by using speed measurement. The speed of the central processing unit is measured by the hertz. Means in our CPU, how much processor will be working, that should be calculated by the in which form? Hertz, which represent the CPU cycle. The speed of the CPU is known as the computer speed. Hertz, in the hertz format, we are going to be calculating the CPU processing speed. The CPU speeds measured 1 hertz equal to 1 cycle per second. Means 1 cycle it should be moved. 1 megahertz equal to 1 million cycles per second or 1000 hertz. 1 gigahertz equal to how much? 1 billion cycles per second or 1000 megahertz. Next, we can see the computer classifications. Computer can be generally classified on the basis of what? Size, power as follows. There are considerable to overlap. First, we can see the personal computer. What is the use of the personal computer? A small single user computer based on a microprocessor. In addition to the microprocessor, a personal computer has a keyboard for entering the data, a monitor for displaying the information, and storage device of saving the data. Means in the personal computer mainly we are going to be using the one single user. This one means only one person can operate one time. More than one person cannot operate. In addition to, we have a microprocessor is there, personal computer, and keyboard. Keyboard we are going to be using to enter the data. Monitor we are going to be using to display the information, and storage device of the saving data. Storage device means hard disk or anything we are going to be using to store the permanent data. That is the use. Next, workstation. Workstation means in the offices we are going to be using some computers. A powerful single user computer, a workstation is like a personal computer only, but it has a more powerful microprocessor. Means it should be high quality monitors we are going to be using in where? In the workstations. Mini computers. In mini computers, multi-user computer capable of supporting from 10 to hundreds of users simultaneously. Mini computers if you are using means at a time we can use the how many number of persons? 10 to 100. Simultaneously they are going to be using. Next, what is the mainframe computer? A powerful multi-user means at a time we can use more than hundreds of members. That is computer, that mainframe computer. A powerful multi-user computer capable of supporting many hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. We are going to be using mainframes. Suppose we are going to be using the Google or any internet. If you are using means it should be the servers will be maintained by using which computers? Mainframe computers. Because of we are not using single person internet. In the world, so many lakhs of people they are using the internet. For that, we are going to be using the mainframe computers. Next one is the supercomputers. An extremely fast computer that can be perform hundreds of millions of instructions per second, means within a fraction of seconds it should be calculated the hundreds of millions of calculations by using supercomputer. Next, laptops and smartphone computers. Nowadays in our homes we are regularly seeing the smartphones, laptops. A laptop is a battery or AC powered personal computers, means it should be built with the batteries and we can easily carry one location to another location. Many laptops are designed to have all of the functionality of the desktop computers, means depending upon the configuration it should be varying, which means they can be generally run on the same software and open same types of files. However, some laptops such as a notebooks specific some functionality in order to be even more portable, means some laptops will be configured, means built with the some special functionalities. For that, IBM laptops will be they are using the disk operating system. They can use the where in the offices. Next one is the notebook. A notebook is a type of a laptop. It is designed to be even more portable. Notebooks are often cheaper than the laptops, means nowadays mainly we are going to be using the notebooks. They are generally less powerful than other types of computers. They provide enough power, email, internet access, and they are if you want to use personally social websites to access mails, mainly we are going to be using the notepads. Some special functionalities if you want to use mails in the notebook it is not available. Mobile devices. In nowadays every person will have a mobile. Without mobile they cannot survive. A mobile device is basically any handheld computer, means within the pocket size it should be built. It is designed to be extremely portable, often fitting on the palm of in our hand only. It should be fitting pocket. Some mobiles devices are more powerful. That means some mobiles, Apple mobile, it should be providing the more security. Next, tablets. Like a laptops only, here we are going to be using the tablet. Computers are designed to be portable. However, they provide a different computing experience. Most of the obvious difference is that the tablet computers do not have a keyboards or touchpads. Means tablets will have don't have a which one keyboards or touchpads. Instead, the entire screen touch and sensitive. Means tablets will be which how to operate by using the touch and sensitive, allowing you to type virtual keyboard. Means an inbuilt virtual keyboard is available. With the finger only or mouse pointer only we can operate the tablet computers. Next, smartphones. Smartphones are powerful mobile phones that are designed to run variety of applications in addition to phone devices. They are basically small tablet computers. They can be used for the web browsing, watching videos, reading books, playing games and more. In our hands we are going to be using the smartphones only. By using these mobiles we can play the video games also, we can watch the videos also, we can download the applications also, we can surf the data also, means we can browse the data also. Tomorrow we can start with the next topic. Thank you.